So recently, as you'll see on your screen, we've got all these brand new episode and name descriptions. I don't know how I feel about them, because a lot of them seem to point at Tournament of Elements being redone, especially with the ninja losing the elemental powers by the end of the season, which is odd. Obviously, Jay and Kai do not have any mentions at all here, especially Jay being mentioned to fight Nia at the start. And Kai only gained the first mention in episode 11, which, to be honest with you, episode 11 and 12 are real episode names and descriptions as they were found on 9Go, and 9Go is a reasonably good source. These other descriptions have come out of nowhere, so no one really knows where any of them have come from. So it's sort of beyond me where they're going with this, and whoever's written this is either just making it up or it's classified as true. Now, if it is true, yeah, I can see this being very interesting. I do. Especially the Eren subplots and all that sort of stuff. I see that being plausible. I'm not going to lie to you there. The elemental power and losing and Zetrix giving up her powers, I did a video on that too, seeing if that was plausible, and if it is, what sort of cool stuff could come out of that. That was yesterday's video. Today's video is just discussing if this stuff is real, because yes, the elemental plot of taking and stealing elemental powers was something interesting back when Season 4 had come out. Remember, this was a time when we did not know nothing about the elemental powers. Realistically, all we knew was fire, lightning, earth, and ice were connected to the energy element, and the rest of the elements obviously had transcended from the first Minato master to other elemental masters, to the elemental masters we saw in the tournaments, ancestors, to them. If that makes sense, I think I confused myself there. But in logical factor, I don't understand why stealing powers would be something of importance again here. Now, a subplot that I think handled it very well was when Asura stole Kai's power, and I guess Nia's power, and crystallized. As for example, when she stole Nia's power, she was taking draining Nia's power out of her, but it wasn't drained completely because the power is inside you no matter what. You can't really take it, which has also referred with Skylar, she lost her powers because she did the spell from Chen, her father. So it could be just an interesting thing to compromise that elemental power can never be lost. So Lloyd gaining Zetrix's power wouldn't really be necessary because we've seen several times that the ninja can lose the power and gain it back. Lloyd did it in seasons 8 to 9. Kai did it in season 11, and he did it during Crystallized to Dragon's Rising. So it just makes sense that this isn't plausible. Also, another thing that I think should come into light, Dragon's Rising has established that the elemental powers have gotten stronger since the merge. Fire doesn't look different, but Earth has gotten stronger. Ice hasn't really changed much. I guess we could really say the elemental power is really inside of these characters now, because they are really using their hands to show off their powers. So, for example, Kai's hands will turn red. This is just a lot of noteworthy things, as this wasn't something that was in the previous eras of Ninjago. I feel like it's already been established that elemental power has gotten stronger since the merge, and now since it's quieted. I think it is a reasonable thing to also believe that, as Source Dragons do have the power of making new elements and elements in general. So it is a reasonable thing, and a question that should really be just answered. If we're going into a third season where we have no elemental powers and going up against Sword Raz, and every elemental master has lost their element for good, this is going to be a struggle for not just the ninja, but for Lloyd and other elemental masters that have lost their powers, as a lot of them, like let's say Karloff, he may not know what to do in that case and how to get it back, like how Lloyd just resisted for a long time. Are we just going to wait for all these characters to just die and get powers? Who's to say? Maybe Lloyd takes them all on. But I do not think these descriptions are plausible. I think it feels a bit too much like Dragon's Rising. Tournament of Elements. The only parts I do believe is the Eren plotline. I can definitely see Eren going on a bit of a mystery thing while the ninja compete in the tournaments. losing that power may not be an easy thing unless, like, for example, episode 19's final game states that Eren learns the devastating secret of the merge, confronts Lloyd. It might be episode 20, where it says Eren, Lloyd, and Zane. It might be episode 20, where it states that Eren, Zane, and Cole and our Valiant Masters are fighting off the Wolf Warriors depowered. Either this could be Revenge Stone. Who's to say? I know Revenge Stone hasn't really been in Season 1 Dragon's Rising. Be interesting to see if it comes back up. But who's to say? I'm looking forward to the tournament aspect of the season. Do not get me wrong there. I honestly do think, to be honest, it might be even just the best time to have a tournament in the show, to get to see where Dragon's Rising's world is at with these Elemental Masters. See is alive. I think, not to be overstated by every character, but I think it's best to learn what Elemental Master is still alive, at least in the second or third season, and go from there with broadcasting your Elemental Master list, as people, I know, as a fan of Ninjago Tournament Violence, may get a bit triggered if you killed Nero off, or the Master of Speed, or Karloff off like a snap. I'd say the same for Skylar too, but who's to say if Skylar's even in this season? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. And tell me, do you believe any of these descriptions to be real? And if there is an actual source, please let us know, because a lot of people are confused where these descriptions have just come from. Ninjago Wiki can obviously be changed, so probably best not to believe all that. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.